Thokozani, I am Pwabadimu and I welcome you to my channel. Today I'll be talking about spiritual awakening to shed light on what I was talking about on a previous video I did on spiritual awakening versus a spiritual calling. So a spiritual awakening is very, very important because it serves a purpose to every person existing on this earth. So now, I will just let you in on what a spiritual awakening is and what it serves. Remember, we are born into this earth, right? With our third eyes open, like I always say, with our spiritual inclinations, very high, heightened connection, super, super high. And eventually, as you start developing and growing as a baby into a toddler, into now a young girl or a young boy, all of those senses eventually begin to become shut. Some other people experience it earlier, some other experience it later. You find that probably if you can recall, there were scenarios of maybe you were 9 or 10, you could see something at the corner of the house or something like that. That was when your third eye was still open. Then eventually it shuts down, and what we become trapped by the systems of the world we live in. So now we go to school, we do all these things, you get a job, you go, like, it's a lot of things that these systems that are in our world that we exist around. Then what happens? The spiritual awakening serves as an alarm. It reminds you that you are here to pass through this experience and you are living through this experience. But remember, you are still a spiritual being. Remember, I said some people, their third eye ivaleke early, some ivaleke late. And that's what the same thing happens when your third eye starts to open or you receive your spiritual awakening. Some are late bloomers and some are early. And sometimes it happens at the point of you not necessarily understanding, oh my gosh, what is happening, or when you conflicted with your life, or a lot of things that are going around at the time. So don't worry, if you're a late bloomer or you're an early one, it does not necessarily matter. I will help you today to understand what is going on better. So you go through a spiritual awakening, like I said, is like a big alarm that sounds in your spirit, right? When that happens, there's so much disruption going on with yourself and all these other things, and it's an alarm that has a snooze button, and every time you hit that snooze button, you become stuck. But sometimes you hit that snooze button and it's continuing because it's level up to level up to level. Because what we need to understand that, or rather we need to teach, because I'm saying we are going to raise kids that are going to be on another level. Because when you see your child going through an awakening, you're going to be like, she got it, and you're going to help them through, so that at least when the snooze button comes, they can catch up and be on the same level. So what happens? You interact, or rather reach a spiritual awakening, and then you're not even aware of what's going on. Your life is a mess, everything is disruptive, you're just feeling out of place, and all these things, because they just will explain to you of the terms of, like, I'm going through a phase, or I'm going through a stage, and all these things. But it's deeper than that. It's a spiritual things, because your body is developing, and as your body is developing, so are your spiritual senses, because now it's saying something that there needs to be a connection. You need to be connecting higher to yourself. So now, what a spiritual awakening serves is, the more you become awakened, your vibrations are becoming higher and higher towards your source of living. Now, that any person differs, because that is why we have so many religions and all these other things and churches and whatnot. But I'll just use our creator. We are always trying to nurture our spiritual selves because of the spiritual awakening, and it happens differently to different people. That is why there are religions. That is why there are all these things, belief systems, the spiritualized and all these other things. It is because of we are all on this pursuit of vibrating higher towards our higher selves and our creator. So this longing inside your spirit is what is saying to you, it's a spiritual, you are in an awakening, because that is why you long to go to church. That is why you long to to praise your creator. That is why You feel the need to do something that is going to revive your spirit. That is why some people, you just want to be, I want to go into nature, because we are different. We are different shades of colors, and literally I mean different shades of colors. So now when our awakening comes, it comes differently and relates differently to certain people. That is why because all these things were designed to nurture our spirituality and box it, right? If I might just put a religion boxes your spirituality. But when it comes to it's like we're spiritual beings and life is spiritual. So now, because no one could understand, because of people not like, you're not supposed to know of izinto ezidip, because we all have spiritual insight, trust me. And with spiritual awakening, you receive that inclination, that eye into the spiritual world, those messages, those things we see. That is why you are able to get messages through this algorithm, the numbers, the alphabets, the shapes, the colors, because we are all spiritual people. So now I believe that religions were created so that they could box people's spirituality, so that you can't be your best self, you can't vibrate towards your higher self, and you can just vibrate at a constant, so that you always have someone you believe is the one connecting you to your higher self and your creator. But when it comes to spirituality, baby boy, it is freedom. It is freedom. I'm talking from experience because I've been there. So that is why we go through all these systems and all these things, because we're all in this pursuit of so trying to keep our spirits constant. So now, a spiritual awakening is like a big airport. There are all these different flights. There's flight yellow, red, blue, green, and all these flights are going to different destinations. And that is the same thing with spiritual awakening. Kuyasefa manje ukuthi no, umpho ngene ku flight a pink because she is the one that is called. They said no, makangene kulena. There's a certain purpose you need to fulfill, because the word purpose is not necessarily a calling. There are purposes we are all serving. It does not necessarily have to come in the form of you being a sangoma. You might be called into this field wherever you are. You're in the creative space. You have a business. You're a professional nurse. You're a professional teacher. It is because of it is what is your calling. It is what is your purpose, because you are guided into you are guided into those people you are in contact with, because there is something in their lives they're going to benefit from you, and same applies. So now, going back to the snooze button, you receive your spiritual awakening and you don't understand, you hit the snooze button because you don't understand, and you hit the snooze button. Some people hit the snooze button their whole lives, and then what happens? They pass on unfulfilled, lost, not understanding what is going on. And those people, necessarily when it comes to the spiritual world, or in the they don't have much of a say, because you have to come to this world, but you didn't catch it. So now when you catch it, when you receive that awakening and you feel that disruption, you now know that it's time to elevate. I need to understand that, I need to let go of this. Maybe this person is not serving my life anymore, because what a spiritual awakening does, it forces you to look at yourself in a more magnified manner. It literally magnifies everything about your life. You start to see that, oh no, in life I'm not good enough. Oh no, my relationships. Oh no, this. Know that you're going through in a spiritual awakening. That's a sign that you need to level up. Some people do not level up, they level down, because you don't want to let go of things that no longer serve your purpose. You don't want to let go of people that do not serve your purpose. You don't want to let go of situations that you find yourself in that no longer serve your purpose. And that is why you always be stuck and feeling there is nothing going on with your life, or I don't understand what is going on, because trust me, no one was meant to suffer. But because we lose it at that awakening part, we don't catch it. So now, yes, when you're going through an awakening, your spirits are going to be heightened. You're going to have dreams. You're going to have this vision and all these other things. But now what differs is there are people that are called to do the work. We are the ones called into Army X5. We go into Army X5, right? But then you need to understand that which category are you falling under? where you are at your space, lao sebenza khona, how many people's lives have changed because of you? And probably you're complaining that yes, the way kind of people are taking advantage of me and all these other things. You don't know, because you are there because of that, it always serves something, maybe people, you're feeding families and you're feeding homes because of the company you have. That is your solemn purpose, because we are here to rebuild this world, rebuild this earth in the eye or the image of our ancestors, for us to live in beautiful unity. Because remember, we are going to get to a space whereby we are so spiritually heightened that it is just going to be beautiful. Once people understand their purpose, we will all work together harmoniously, knowing that, we need so that we can buy the bread, and we need to work at the bank so that we can be able to get our bag. So it's one of those things that we need to understand, because now people, I think, are so miseducated when it comes to our spiritual life. That's why I'm saying you can't survive spirituality if you're not open-minded. So where you are at a church, there is nothing wrong if it was like figality, yes, we are bonis and all these other things. Stay in church, baby girl, stay in church, because there's absolutely nothing wrong. People want this thing to be told, where am I supposed to go in your tasa group? And no, you just need to revive your spirit, because at the end of the day, we need not be trapped with the flesh. We need to revive our spirit, so that the more you start growing up, so cooler, now you gravitate more towards your higher self. Now you're seeing the light, you're seeing your maker, and now you go on to the other side. That is the whole point. That is why I always say this, when they reach their prime, there's that time that they are so dedicated to the word and listening to gospel and all these other things, because now they realize that my spirit has not been fed. How you feed your spirit, it is up to you. What leaves you in contentment, what fulfills your soul, that is what you feed your spirit with. Because I would not necessarily say read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Feed your soul by that. Asfanising abantu. If that what works for you, do that, boo. I don't have anything against that. But I'm trying to say to you here that we are all in the pursuit of fulfillment. And the reason we feel trapped in situations or systems of the world is because we don't know, or we don't hear. We're always pressing the snooze button, focused on pressing the snooze button and losing the continuation of our lives. Impilo yethu esiyiphila manje, we are living in the past tense. Trust me, sisemuva kakhulu with life compared to the spiritual realm. That is why you have deja vus. That is why you have dreams. That is why you have this I man, what is going on? It is because of your inclination. It happens. That's what goes on with yourself. So now for you to catch up, or rather be redirected to the right way, the footsteps, your destiny and all that, you need to rely on your spiritual self, on your spiritual life. And that is how amadlozi akho guide you. Should you lose your way along the way, you go to abantu abafana noMpho, who are spiritual workers. Look, I lost my leg, let me do this. Because even our healing work has just been turned into the dark side. People always go to consult because I want to be with my husband, I want to do this, I want to do. Because I always say we will get to an age whereby that no longer exists, because people will so spiritually matured, because you understand, I protect my energies, I protect myself, and if something no longer serves me, let it go. But because people are not that inclined, you know that this relationship does not serve you, or because your fear, your insecurities, now you want to manipulate. You manipulate the path, how things are supposed to outpan, and you need to make this person stay in your life or love you because of your insecurities. I mean, it's a lot of things, that are going on. You need to look at things with the spiritual eye for you to sometimes understand that some of the things are just pointless, but you let people fall into the hole. They just dig themselves out, So it's one of those things. So a spiritual awakening is a beautiful thing. When you are woken up around 3 or 4, don't sit there and be puzzled and be like, the thing is, why some of you are still in this life proceeding, your people are like very, very kind with you. That time of ngabo 3, ngabo 4, it is when amadlozi akho are in unity, are in prayer, are in hibernation, gathering, discussing the things of the week, the things of the day. That is why you grasp that moment. You grasp that moment and you wake up. and you pray. You feed your spirit. You take advantage of that. Mother guys, come on. So when you're getting that, it means your spirit is getting it. But because the flesh is lazy. I know not all the time it is easy to wake up, but you try. I'm a vegan, and some weeks you're gonna feel deep depression. Baby girl, you're a spiritual person. You're allowed to go through the motion. Mood swings are not only for gifted people. It is for all of us because we're spiritual people, and sometimes moods are not necessarily you like unedlosi. Sometimes it's a translation of what's going on in your body. Maybe there's not something right or in your system of life, or gunama situations and toxic, and it reflects in yourself. It reflects in who you are. That's why they say, you look as how you feel. If your spirit is down and you're not feeling good, you're gonna look like this. But if your spirit is fed and you're doing the right things for your spirit, you will see, you'll just beam like sunbeam. It's one of those things that they like. Spirituality is beautiful, people. It's a beautiful thing to go through. So spiritual awakening is where we get to rediscover ourselves, and it's not an easy experience because now you're being retaught your ways while you are stuck in the system of the world. Now some people are too stuck in the systems of the world that they don't want to be retaught their ways. They want to be that is deep. Now that I've said it like that, that is deep. So I'm saying to you that I know this video, YouTube, please exist for decades and decades. Our babies are going to need this. They're going to need to understand that there's a time like this. If your child, your sister, your 18-year-old sister, your 21 is just showing you flames and not understanding, she's like, I don't understand myself. Baby girl, she's going through an awakening. Because sonke lana singa bahamba yosino, we all passing this experience. We don't know the experience that lies ahead, That's why Erica Badu was like, I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Because you don't know what lies ahead. So prepare yourself, know that, because being a soldier, I'm still gonna continue with the work. You understand that? And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And it's an army. That's why I'm saying, if Egini Gashona 1717, if Egini Gashona, don't be sad and be like, oh my god. Know that Iami again has gained a soldier. We are one man stronger because now we understand that. And we'll look at things differently when it comes to the things of this world. People, let us be spiritually awakened. Let us love our spiritual life. And once you look at life like that, you even look at your ancestors with so much love in your eyes. Look, it's that first love. And you even know that some situations were there to teach me a lesson. Some situations were there not to serve me. And you get to even see that not everyone that says they love you. It's because of what they can get from you, because it's bigger than me. I'm fulfilling a purpose and it's okay. Use me. It's okay. But I've done my job. But that's where we are. So go through your phases. Feed your spirit. Whatever the case might be, whatever you need, feed your bodla into everywhere, so that you feed your spirit, and then you can move on to this next level. Because lento ingama level, darling, ingama level lento lena, so you need to get there. So hopefully I will get to do a part 2 of now a spiritual calling, but I know that's what people are like, whoa, waiting for. But no, guys, relax. Life is beautiful. Enjoy it. And a spiritual awakening does not end even post those that are called Tina Masoja, Abu GIJ. We still go through an awakening, because there are layers of ourselves we need to shed so that we can start a new chapter. That's just life, because we are spirit and we are dinga. That is why there's all these things going on around us. That is why we feel the way, because our energies, we are energy. That is like, guys, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Okay, I don't know what is getting into me these days, but I'm just finding myself, I'm in just a harmonious, mode. I'm singing everything and everyone, but anyway, I'm just grateful for the beautiful energies that are attracted in my life. once you make a decision to be happy, once you make a decision to be at peace or content, because I come from a very dark space, and mental health is very important, especially when you're spiritually, gifted and all these things. You always need to find the balance. I think I will do a video on that so that at least you guys know that you are not alone. We go through the most, guys, but I'm here today to tell you that you are not alone, and enjoy your life, enjoy your awakening, and know that sometimes even through awakening you get to see things for what they truly are. You get to see people and situations for what they truly are. Your boyfriends will become exposed, your girlfriends, your colleagues. You start having these dreams, whenever you're dreaming, I'm fighting. Maybe you're going through an hour, but you don't know, hey, but what if it's an awakening and you're just not aware? So it's one of those things that are going on. It's beautiful. Life is beautiful, and even in awakening, it allows you to cross paths with new people to get to where you want. Because I guess you are passionate, like, this is what I want, and now the universe needs to work to align izinto zakho. So now we don't want to get there because we hold ourselves back. Stop complaining, get up off your slumber. We are moving into a spiritual age. We are in a new world, guys. It's so beautiful. I'm excited that I could have chose to be alive in any year, but I had to choose this time. And it feels amazing that I'm sitting right here teaching what I'm teaching to you, and you're going to take this and run with it. Take it and run with it and preach. And remember, it's not for everyone. Spiritual maturity is important. And I want to say spiritual maturity is important. So enjoy your life, enjoy the rest of the month, enjoy whatever it is left, but know that you need to take care of yourself and enjoy the awakening. Amavuso gamoya, basically. That's what's going on inside you. It's like a huge light shining in your life, and it's like you orbiting around the sun. That is your awakening. Then you go back, and it's beautiful. But guys, anyway, enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe if you still haven't. Hit the notifications button so that you know that Impo uploaded a new video, and then like, awesome belief, and then comment, leave your beautiful comments here. I cannot wait to hear of your beautiful experiences of an awakening. I'm sure you're gonna be like, Gogo, now I get it, like it's happening, it's incredible, and you're gonna get it. So other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. I am Pabadimu, the advocate of videos. My mom said I should not forget that. The advocate of Ilozi. No, the advocate of Ilozi. I am Thokozani.